Chan. I'm streaming. Yeah, I think it's working. Well, let me change to this camera. I do a bit of warm up. So, good morning, guys. This is probably my very first live stream on this channel and my very first reaction video, like ever. I never reacted to anything before, not on the internet, but um, I just saw the Akai newest update announcement somewhere. I think one of the Facebook groups, and I was like, shit, this is gonna be good. Um, but you know, I remained calm and I didn't watch the videos. I didn't even read. Like I just checked how many we have, and that's all. I haven't cheated or anything. And as you can see, boom, it's there, eh? We can see. Oh, let me see. Let's go back to the previous window. Yeah, this is one. This is the one. This is where we have all the um, all this good stuff, you know, from Akai. At the same time, I think I'm gonna open a new window just in case. I don't know how to open the chat here. I usually stream on Twitch TV. TV is like my platform. Oh, and I can see Accurate Baits already released the video. But anyways, first day, you know, so we can check what happened. And this is funny because I just released a video. You know, I was doing the script and thinking about all these things I wanted to announce. So, well, not announce. Sorry, request. All these requests I had, and it's like, well, there's so many things. Then I started reading the comments because everybody left comments. It was a nice read, and I was thinking of releasing a part 2 for that one, but well, now that in at the same time 2.1, I was confused because I thought this was gonna be 3, but they just reset the clock somehow. I don't know. This is smart. This is a smart move. Um, smart move. The Cowboys, they know. But that's fine because I like 2. I don't really feel like I need 3. I like them working on 2. So yeah, this is not bad. This is good. This is good. It's like Smash Ultimate. I don't know if you guys play games, but it's the same feel. Like you don't want to play games. Sorry, you. I want them to add characters to the existing game. I don't really need them to add create a new game with the same concept, different graph. I don't care about graphics, for example. So it's the same. I don't need a better. I don't think there could be any better looking NPC that the current generation. It's hard to imagine. Like that wouldn't be an NPC, I guess. Um, but well, okay. Let's get into it. Let's get into the videos. Let me see if the stream's working. Everything's alright. I think it's alright. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos. And I can see lots of plugins, so this is good. I hope these are standalone. Yeah, standalone. Vocals suite featuring vocal tuner. Damn, that's good. Although I was cheating a bit, I was getting my vocals from Splice, and they come very, but I can get the dry ones now and play with this. This is great. This is great. Half speed, insert effect, creative stuff. 808 glides. Yes, that's something everybody was requesting. I'm not a big 808 fan, but I can see how this can come handy. MC Feature update for MC1 Live. Oh, shit. Oh, the desktop. Okay. So this must be the software, right? which I also use, but I don't really touch, like, I don't play with the mouse at all. I just plug my MPC to the PC, the laptop, and I operate this thing without even looking at the screen. I just look at the screen for the stream, or in case things crash or whatever. But okay. Okay, let's go. So stream is working. Yeah, stream is working. Everything seems to be working. So let's get into the videos. Video number 1. Oh shit. Okay. Introducing. Oh, let me see that photo. I really like those photos. It's like they look so cute, you know. they're very nice machines. Any person I've ever shown these videos, the NPCs, and I have the live and they won, and it's like, what's that? I remember I was at the airport and people asking me. Anyways, let's get into this. Shit. It's going too fast. Okay, we have 14 new plugins. Let's roll. String machine keyboard. Tape sampler keyboard. Keyboards. I like keyboards. Synths. Upgrade of audio. This is going too fast. Oh, I'm gonna need Okay. Yeah, this is great. This is cool. Oh, lo-fi. People wanted that stuff. Okay. Okay. MC standalone. Okay. Okay. Should I get into the next video or try to analyze this one? Not sure. I'm just gonna go very fast through it without the music. So Clipper, 4 new instruments. I'll try to guess what this is. Hybrid. Sorry. So is this the same hybrid we had before? I think so, but now we have like a very nice. This is very cool. What's this? This is smart design. Fuck yeah. Yes. Yes. Good stuff. I like seeing this. This stuff is amazing, and especially when you're seeing it on the screen, the little, you know, touch screen on the MPC. This is good stuff. What else we have? Legendary string machine keyboard. Oh, okay. So this is strings. This is standalone. We generate string-like sounds on standalone mode. That's huge. The legendary what? Okay, wait. Sorry. Oh, this one. A classic tape sampler keyboard. Wow. These things are fun. I actually love the 3 plugins we have, like the synth, tube synth, the electric one, and the bass ones. I use them for every single track. And later I move my stuff to the PC. Like I work on standalone. I finish the best arrangement possible, export, and then move everything to Ableton. And there, I probably, you know, make things bigger, layer stuff, make my synths bigger, but the foundation is always there. Like these instruments are like my foundations, my guitars. Like I also play guitar, so guitar and the 3 we have, I use them for every single track. And now, but I don't know, like if I had more options, who knows? Okay. Circuit model from the original synth. Sample hold. I see some options here, like this is cool. Class compliant audio interface compatibility. What? What? With what interface? Any interface? No. What? What? Yeah, but which interface? Like, is this any for any interface or in a specific? I mean, even if it wasn't a specific one, I guess good news for some people, you know, that really want the standalone the experience. I have an interface, obviously, but I never really thought about this type of workflow. Like, I don't have much space at the moment, so I cannot really afford a studio or a dedicated room in the house for this. That's why this is my. I'm currently on my this. I use this for streaming, for regular work, and music. Like this little corner where I have a desk and the laptop and speakers and whatever. But this is an amazing setup for someone that wants to stay away from this stuff and just be wherever. The studio, of course. Okay, what else? New air vocal insert effect suite. Yeah, this is the good stuff. Air harmonizer, air vocal doubler, air vocal tuner. Air, those guys know the MP3. Like they know how to make plugins. I love their plugins. From that update when we got the Air plugins was, I didn't really understand. Like I remember like checking them out the very first time. I was like, wow, this looks impressive, but I don't know. I was like, oh, I don't know if this is really game changing. Those guys are like, they do stuff that it's currently in demand, like they're not doing just plugins that no one really needs. Like all the plugins they included in their bundle or whatever it was for that update. I use them all. They're all great. So record and mix perfectly tune vocals. Yeah. Oh, tune. So can we expect that? Is this like some sort of the tuner? I mean, is it really that powerful? And is it standalone? I hope it's standalone. Oh yeah, standalone. Even with, but man, auto-tune is it's a bit CPU demanding, So I don't know how can they do that in standalone. I just hope this doesn't crash the MPC. It's one of the things I'm starting. One of my concerns. Like I hope this new update it's well tested, so thing doesn't crash. It would be very sad if we start seeing crashes because I can see everybody. Oh, it doesn't work, guy. What are you doing? And the insert effect. So what was that before? Okay. Instant lo-fi half-speed effect. Wait. High pass filter, low pass. Stop. I don't know. I'm not a lo-fi guy. Like I like using Redux, Ableton, and the Decimator, and I just like make things sound a bit more, low sampled. But I don't know how this works. So, but it's exciting. Like this, the type of thing, RC20 type of stuff, Granular, diffuser, air limiter. Wait. Oh no, but the maximizer, I like the maximizer. So I don't know. Maybe they replaced the maximizer with this limiter. But where's the release? Okay, the release is here. Reduction. Wait. So what's the difference between error limiter and error maximizer? Maybe gain. You replace gain, well, threshold with gain. Before it was a threshold. Now we have a gain. Oh no, which makes sense. But I don't know. Well, maybe it's just in the like a revamp of the design. Diffuser. What could this do? For panning, maybe? Oh yeah. Let's see. This is cool. Anything that generates stereo information is so cool. And it's exciting, easy to use. I really like Air. Seriously. I'm not bullshitting here. Granulator. I'm not very into that grain type of sound. Ableton has tons of these ones. Especially in the Max for Live. Like everybody's into granulating and let's see. I think you can create synths and stuff like out of nothing, like a fraction of a second. You know, in a sample, like you can just grab that synth section, for example, and create a synth. I think that's how it works. So let's see if it's amazing. We're just gonna create synths and sustain sounds out of nowhere. So this is great. Diode, diode. Oof, I don't know how to pronounce this, but output, HP, low P, envelope speed. Damn. Resampling. Why? Oh, okay. Man, this is cool. This is cool. This is good. Exciting. Again, I know the video's already there, but I want to see my expectations after the video, you know? Like if they're gonna be crushed or actually met. Wait, I missed this. The air stutter. Stutter style insert effect. Oh, I like doing that with mute or pads. You know, we probably use pads for that. I was using the X and Y touchscreen effects for stuttering. Volume automation, it's a classic, but if this is doing it intentionally and in sync, as we can see here, this is good. We can probably automate the mix now. Wow, this is great. The controls remind me of Ableton's what's the name? Ableton bit repeat. Yeah, bit repeat. This is basically MPC's or Akai's bit repeat. Cool. It's good. Although sometimes we do that manually, right? Like the MPC style is like we do that intentionally, but now we have an effect that does it just with a knob, basically. So yeah, good. Oh, we can see here that this is very. I really like the looks of this, like a sunset, right? And this is the sea, basically. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think this is the effect we already have. Like I've seen this before. We're not sure. I think I saw this image before, this screen, but we never saw what it was for. Or maybe the Akai, what's the name? The one that resembles Ableton's amount of names. Then push, yeah. What's the name? Akai Force. Yeah, the Akai Force. I think I saw a screen or a photo with this on the screen. The Akai Force is a screen, but it was never released. Not sure, but cool. If we have it, good. And this is the tape one, right? Okay. Music stands out alone. Stand alone, yeah, boys. So they get it. They know standalone is their strength. Like they're the kings of standalone. You guys are the kings of standalone. So yes, just dominate. You know, that's how it works. Okay. So let's get into the next video, the interface video. Okay, this is intriguing.
Welcome to the MPC Academy. In 2.10,
Let me know if
you
the
can now
volume is
connect
shit.
any compatible class-compliant audio interface or mixer, expanding the I/O capabilities of your MPC, giving you up to 32 inputs and outputs, which is perfect for either summing up your beats to an external outboard mixer, routing individual outputs directly to your DAW.
Okay, it's going fast.
Connecting microphones for vocals or drums, to controlling your entire keyboard collection using an external USB I/O mixer. So in this setup, I'm using MPC-1, which has a left and right input and output, but when connected via USB to the Model 12, this has now expanded my MPC-1's I/O to 10 inputs and outputs, giving me full control over my beat.
Okay.
As you can see, I'm now controlling my individual outputs of my drums directly from the mixer. Now to do this is very straightforward. If you navigate to the Preferences, to the Audio tab, and here you can select your interface that you've got connected to your MPC. Now to enable all 32 inputs and outputs, simply highlight the box. Now to assign our samples to individual tracks from our MPC, we go to our channel strip, and here we can select our outputs. We can simply hit the pad and select the output that we want to route to our external I/O mixer. Once you set up your channels, you can now play your beat back and have full control to mix your beat by using our brand new I/O support in 2.10. We can add EQ, balance out our drums till we get our mix right. Using the I/O support in 2.10 also allows us to reroute the audio back into MPC's inputs and record these as audio passes, as our audio I/O has now been expanded to 10 inputs on MPC. So we can now set up individual audio tracks, and we can now record our mixer passes directly back into our MPC. I simply go to Channel View, and here I can see all of my inputs from our external I/O device. And once I've selected all my inputs, I can hold down Shift, arm all my audio tracks, and record up to 8 tracks simultaneous in one pass.
I think it's a studio now. Like they're really killing them the PC. Wow, this would be so enjoyable, you know? You have your mixer, everything set up. You don't have to touch that ever, but your MPC can go, you know, anywhere you want. So take the MPC to, I don't know, the living room, you chill, you make a beat and say, okay, let's get serious. You move to the studio, you plug it to your mixer, and everything's there, you know, your bass, your guitars, the keyboard, your mic, like everything's there. Wow, this is cool stuff. So if you have a mono, I never really asked myself what happens when you record mono. Yeah, okay, sorry. So you record mono, and then the MPC converts that to stereo, right? Because these are all mono channels. Okay. You think, you guys think there could be any latency issues with this? Like, how's latency once you plug the audio interface? I hope it's not bad. Like, if it's a tiny millisecond thing, like it currently is, the best. It's one of the best things about MPCs. Like, there's no latency.
So in this configuration, I'm using MPC-1, which is connected using a USB hub to the Model 12. This expands our I/O to 10 inputs and outputs on MPC.
What's that thing?
Connected using a USB hub.
Okay, wait. Got lost.
So in this configuration, I'm using MPC1, which is connected using a USB hub to the Model 12. This expands our I/O.
Oh, okay. So you can't even expand the USB. That's a problem I have. Like, I wanted to have more, more USB, slots. And now we have what, 3, 4. This is great.
to 10 inputs and outputs.
I wonder if this is in a specific USB hub brand or device, or any USB hub would work. Because if any can work, then or maybe I didn't know this. Maybe this is not news.
On MPC1, and then we're driving MIDI multi from our USB hub, which is driving our micro and our mini Nova. So this setup allows me to record and sequence MIDI from our MPC and have full control over the audio from each synth, which is routed directly into the Model 12. I can then capture any of the audio from our synths in real time.
We're gonna lose our lives to these setups. We're gonna become a caveman. Where's my coffee? This is good stuff, guys. This is good stuff. Okay. Get into it.
Back into the MPC as audio tracks. Now this setup means that we can reuse our synths for additional parts and record them as audio tracks. So on this setup, my MIDI is driving from track 1 and track 2, so I can actually trigger my MIDI from the pads.
Yeah.
And I've already got some chord progressions that have been driven from the MPC sequencer.
Animac chord progressions.
So let's take our MIDI part
He's good.
Let's use the Model 12 and recapture the audio back into MPC in real time.
Animac type beats.
Now, if you've got multiple keyboards in your setup, we can actually record these all at the same time via the Model 12 with up to 8 audio tracks in standalone. So now that we've recorded our micro, we can actually use this keyboard for something else. But what I want to do, I'm going to record the Mini Nova now. And again, I'm going to play back the micro, which is now audio tracks, and use the Nova and record over this. So let's now go to track 2, hit record, and now continue our performance. Having I/O support on MPC means that you can utilize the inputs and outputs on external devices, so you can control your entire studio setup.
We can have a full band being recorded on the MPC, like a real studio experience with a band.
Great for live doorless jamming.
Or there's 2 or 3 people already plugged.
Audio from your synths into an interface.
This is cool. This is cool. I'm very happy for them, because this is gonna push the machine up even more.
Hi there, welcome to the MPC Academy.
Next video.
In this tutorial, we're going to look at making 808 glides inside MPC 2.10 by using our new enhanced features inside our key group programs. Now for this demonstration, I'm using an 808 program that comes from the F9 808 Essentials Beats expansion, which is compatible with all MPC devices.
It's a regular program.
Now what we're going to do is take this patch and add some glides. So we'll go to Program Edit, and now you'll see a new tab that says Portamento.
Oh, it's changed a bit. Oh, okay. So they changed the options in here. Oh, boy. I hope this is not too crazy. LFO, effects, samples. I just hope they didn't change. Well, the envelopes are there. The envelopes is like, that's my favorite page, because I can adjust each of the pads, attack, release, all that. I don't want them to change that, but we'll see.
And modulation. Now, this means that we can now dial in how much glide that we want on our program. Now, as we increase our portamento time, this is affecting the glide on our patch.
Oh, well,
So we
nice
can
guys,
the amount
nice.
until we find
Nice.
the right
Wow.
balance. Now let's play this on our track.
Oh, people are gonna love this.
Now we also have a quantize button. So when this is turned on, this means that our glide will quantize to the nearest note. Then we have classic legato mode, which means if I play the 808 with
Quantize.
legato on and play a single note, you won't hear the glide. You only hear the glide if I hold down the note and trigger the next note.
Legato mode. That's the way.
Now let's adjust our glide amount.
That's the way.
So as you can see, you can now
That'll be
create
fun.
glides in MPC,
Fun.
standalone, desktop, and MPC beats.
Good job, guys. Good job. Finally. I remember people asking for this like crazy. Whoops. So yeah, this is good news. This is good news. Okay, let's get into the next video. So we got the glides. Class compliant audio interface support. Okay, let's see this half speed insert effect.
Hi there, welcome to the MPC Academy. In this tutorial, we're going to have a closer look at the brand new half-speed plugin
4
in our
minutes.
2.10 update.
That is quite
for
complex.
MPC standalone, desktop, and MPC beats, giving you that slow down lo-fi effect.
Wait, it's a standalone and all that?
MPC standalone, desktop, and MPC beats, giving you that slow down lo-fi effect.
Oh,
Now to add half speed to your productions, we'll go to our main menu, select a pad, and under our insert effects, go to the modulation folder and select half speed.
okay.
Once selected, press the edit button.
I see new things here. Wait, what's going on? What are these little Damn, yes, the insert effects thing. Hopefully they address that. Because you can save now configurations, maybe? Oh, I don't know. But well, nice to see new stuff in this little window. Ooh. Good stuff, Akai, good stuff.
Press the edit button, which will bring up the plugin interface. So to engage half speed, press the start button.
Huh?
Instantly, we've now got that half speed, lo-fi sound across our melodic.
Oh, sounds so nice. What happened? What changed? Half speed.
Instantly,
Yeah, it's like they transposed that -12, but it didn't lose much of the brightness. The bright sound, the bright qualities of the sound are still there. So it's like a warp algorithm, but way better than whatever they had here.
we've now
Before.
got that half speed, lo-fi sound across our melodic. Now on the interface, we have a mix control, which allows you to blend between the original
Pads. Imagine what we can do with all the pads we have in the MPC or everywhere, It's gonna work for whatever. Whatever is like low mid, rich in the low mid and sustain. This is perfect.
melodic and the half speed version. We have a filter section with a high and low pass filter. So let's take our low pass and bring it real lo-fi.
Yeah, because you have lots of leads and or maybe it's a very bright pad sound.
You can
Filters
also
are
use the
cool,
filters.
so we don't have to waste. We don't have. This is gonna go to all my pads probably. We don't have to waste time like inserting another filter, air filter, or playing with filters in the envelope window.
to blend between the original mix and the half speed version.
Half speed. I don't know why half speed. Like
Half speed also has 3 different modes.
because it's not really half speed, is it? It's not really half speed. It's just the sensation of sorry guys.
Half speed also has 3 different modes. You have number 2, which is the original classic. We have 1.5, which is 3/4 of the original speed. And then we have 4, which creates a really grainy lo-fi sound. This is 1/4 of the original speed.
Is it changing the pitch?
Creates a really grainy lo-fi sound. This is 1/4.
Let's hear the difference.
We have 1.5, which is 3/4 of the original
I have to
speed.
check if there's any pitch
And then we have 4, which creates
problems, you know, not problems,
grainy
but
lo-fi sound. This is 1/4 of the original speed.
I don't think they're changing the pitch.
Now let's mix this between the original signal.
So that's good.
You can also use these types of effects for atmospheric loops and for sound design.
Or if it's moving
We
to a
can
different
also
octave,
adjust
you know?
our loop length. This determines how much of our loop will be played back by half speed. So let's bring up our plugin, and we're using 1/16. Now let's use our mix wet and dry and balance this between the original drum loop,
Ah,
so you can hear the effect that it gives you on your beats. So let's take this
yeah,
back
look, the right sound is like, it's just generating harmonic content.
to 100% and change our loop length to 1/4.
Oh, what?
Now 1/4 note has been affected with half speed. And again, we can use
an
our
LFO?
mix wet and dry to bring this into our production. Now let's blend this in with the rest
You
of
can
our
hear it
beat.
doing the ta, 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 cool stuff. That was good. That was good.
We also have a fade in, loop in and out section. This allows us to gradually bring in the half speed effect into our mix. As an example, let's bring this in over 2 bars.
Okay, okay. Oh, okay. So maybe with that we don't have to automate at all.
As you can
It's
hear, half speed is gradually coming into our melodic.
it comes and goes, comes and goes.
Half speed can also be applied
Nice.
to any audio source or even a plug-in instrument. I've got an instance of hype on track 1 with a simple pluck melody. Now let's add half speed to our melodic melody. Now let's affect our mix and dry levels and change our loop length. So now 1/4 of our loop is being affected by the speed. Let's change our mode back to classic.
Wow.
We can also automate all of our parameters of half speed by turning on automation. And now let's open up the plugin. And
course.
now we can automate key features. We're going to automate our
Man,
filters
oh.
and our mix levels. Now we're back to our original loop.
I wouldn't touch that,
Let's
but I would
automate
probably
half
touch the
speed
loop
back in.
length. Which
So now let's play back what we've just recorded in automation.
maybe not.
As you can hear, automation takes half speed to a whole new level of how you can add this to your productions.
It's a very nice effect. Very nice. And I love bad sound, so it comes really handy. Really good, really good, really good. Good stuff. Hey, what's up, Synchronimo, bro? I'm reacting to this. Oh no, my camera! My camera's dead. Fuck. How did that happen? Working now? Let's see. No. Hope this is good. Why? Well, this should be it. Damn. Oh god. Okay. Technical issues, like always. What's up, guys? I'm trying to do a reaction video for the very first time in my life. And I think it's not too bad, but my fucking GoPro again, failing me. But well, I'm excited because the PC got updates and stuff, and everything. Well, I don't think we have to pay for any of this stuff, and I mean, just good. We have a new lo-fi effect that's called half speed. Very good, very good. Look, guys, when Akai releases something, it's like a bunch of things once a year or maybe twice a year. So it's a big deal. Everybody gets very excited. Okay, I'm gonna get into the next video. I'm just worried about my camera. Stupid camera, it didn't even make a sound. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's go. Next video is a vocal suite. It's auto tune, well, similar, I guess. A doubler and a harmonizer. So now we can make vocals sound big as in standalone mode. Let's see.
Welcome to the MPC Academy. We're going to be breaking down the brand new vocal suite in 2.10.
Oh, that.
So an MPC.
Wow, I wonder how they did this. Man, if that was my stream, if my stream looked like this, everybody would be watching. But how can you do this? Cool.
So in MPC, we've added a powerful vocal suite which brings vocal retuning, harmonizing, and stereo doubling effects, giving you that modern vocal.
These guys are so smart. So guys, those three effects basically do everything you need for vocals. Whenever we're creating, you know, like we're doubling tracks with different harmonies, auto-tune, like these are all the processes you need. Oh, and of course delay and reverb, space stuff. But these three effects gonna do all the job.
Sound in standalone and desktop. Now to access the plugins, go to our channel strip, we'll touch our UI, and now we'll open up our plugins. Now you'll see a new tab that says vocals. This is where we have the retuner, harmonizer, and a doubler. So we're going to look at vocal tuner. Let's open up the UI, and now we're going to go through the controls. Now the first thing we have is detection, and you can choose a different algorithm of how sensitive you want the plugin to react to the vocal. Then we have...
Yeah, it's basically what auto-tune does. How much or how, yeah, detection. Like a sensitivity. No, actually auto-tune doesn't have that. Well, it has a knob that says how much auto-tune you want. So maybe voice range, key, scale.
Vocal range, so we have everything from very high, so if you're a falsetto singer, or for more R&B vocals or even rap, then you can go down to like lows and mids. Then underneath that, we have our key. So this is where obviously we set the key of the song and then the scale type. Then on the right-hand side, we have our favorite dial, which is how much of the retune effect we want.
Okay. So this is the like dry wet knob, maybe. And this is just gonna detect those notes that are not like off key.
Our vocal.
That one's now I'd like to see like how it reacts to something that not really well not well processed and not a great performer, you know.
Now that's
this is super
tune.
over processed.
Now
So
if we increase our amount, it's going to reduce the amount of tuning on the vocal.
I don't know. I don't think it's a great example.
Bring it back down. Pretty much without the effect, and then back on. And then the next plugin.
It's hard to tell, but this knob really made it sound better, like more in tune.
Suite is harmonizer, and that's exactly what it is. This gives us the ability to add up to 4 parts of harmonies over our vocals, and it's a very simply laid out plugin to use. So on the right hand side, you can see the
Or
four
harmonies?
parts that we can simply just
Cool.
turn off and on just by using our touch interface. So let's play a vocal.
You know that I like the way you dance it.
Now let's turn our harmonies on, all four parts.
You know that I like the way you dance it. Oh,
That was good. Shit. Ooh.
And that's how quick you can add harmonies. So we have
was
key information and key scale. Then we have volume controls over our lead mix and our BV mix, so we can get a good balance.
you know that I like the way you dance it.
What's this? I cannot see. It's a big layer. Harmony volume. Ah, okay. Yeah, of course. We have to balance this.
Then next to this, we have our humanized section. And this is how much of the effect we want to apply on the retuning, which again, same as retune, we can control. Then you have the vocal range. And again, this is really determined by the type of singer that you are and the range that you sing in. Then we have root mode and our reference tuning and delay sync. So to turn the harmony,
I don't know. I'm starting to date. You know, I'm starting to crazy with this. What if? I mean, I know I never consider myself a singer, but fuck it, you know. I mean, I could just try to learn whatever there and see how it reacts. Because if you can try things very quickly and you know run quick tests with vocals, that's great. That's just great. Like this, that's the point. Like that you enjoy just you know laying down the sequence or whatever, and like it works. Okay, and then move forward. You know, keep on creating. That's what keeps us away from creating stuff when we're dealing with like complex machines or software. It's like setting up things, and the insecurity of I don't know if it sounds cool. I don't know if this is right. I don't know if this is gonna go well with the mix. Like, but the rules for MPC is like if it sounds good, it's good, and then later you can worry about that. But this is like creation time. You know? You just have to create. So this is great. Set up things. I see more stuff menus here, but this is not complicated to use. This is really enjoyable, and I'm pretty sure it comes with very cool presets. So
harmonies on and off, simply use the touch UI. So if we just wanted our low harmony,
okay, the 4 is the
just
low.
use number 4. Introduce number 2.
Yeah, of course you can automate this shit. Oh man, we're gonna have fun with this. Hazelwood. We're gonna have fun, bro. Do a remix of George Diaz is killing it. Yes, man. Bro, we just have to put ourselves in there. Fuck it. This is gonna solve our problems, bro. It's solved. We're gonna be stars.
And
It's
it's
done.
that simple. Then we have our mix tab, which gives us more control over the mix. So we can control the individual volumes of each of our harmonies. We can pan them left and right.
No, of course, yeah. These are the things I do with Ableton. Seriously, these are the things we do with Ableton. Everything's there, and looking nice, and you know, it's big. Because when you're in Ableton, I'm getting tired. This is one of the things that puts me away from. I cannot create and mix and worry about that shit at the same time because it gets just it's a different workflow and feel. Like here in Ableton, it's like these little knobs, and it's like calibrating this machine with tiny little details that you know you have to worry about. Here's like big knob, you know, pan bass, pan to the left. You know, it's very visual. Even though it's a small touch screen, for me it feels like a big thing. So
Right, to widen the stereo mix. And again, and we can turn them all on and off from this screen as well. So this is very, very useful, especially when you're trying to balance out your harmonies.
yeah, of course.
Now, the next tab is settings, and this is where we can customize
Imagine the possibilities, man.
the harmonies. Now, we can do everything from adding a third to a fifth to a seventh and determine where we want the harmony to be. So we can turn them
The scales, man. The scales are here, and the notes are there. The thirds, fifths, and sevenths are the classic, you know, 1 octave less. So this is playing the octave -1 octave, In the third, this is for the major and minor chord. And this is for the fifth, that's dominant and always works well, and the seventh as well. I think that's how it works, and you can delay each and choose a scale for each. So sometimes some scales like match. You don't really have to play the same scale always. This is creative stuff, man. It's just one knob, you don't have to like, if I wanted to do this in Ableton, I would need to drag the notes, transpose it in the sampler. It would be a different process. But remember, Hazewood, remember the time we were trying to get that solo harmonized? I think this thing could do the job. That solo that we were working on, I think this can get the job done.
And this low harmony is an octave down from the original, and we're using the formant to keep the pitch the same, but change the type of voice. So if we increase
this is like autotune. Autotune has a formant knob, and it really changes the character of the sound, the tone.
Formant becomes more high pitched.
The tone is like a tone knob, but it's very effective. In autotune, it's very effective. I'm not sure if they managed to match that feel, because if it sounds like weird, then we're just gonna keep it in 0. But cool.
And now low. Then we can change our note type. So at the moment we're an octave down. Maybe we want a fifth. Now we can also set our scale mode and add delay to the vocal. And then the last tab is EQ, so we can basically EQ our whole backing vocals. Now
Guys
the
are
last plugin in the
geniuses.
suite is Doubler, and this is a great plugin as well because this does a number of things. Now, if
Doubler.
you've ever been in a situation where you're trying to get your vocals to be more upfront, this is the type of plugin that you need.
Bro, we wanted to do this. Damn. But I never imagined I would do it with the machine and the pads. Like,
now this will add a very subtle amount of pitch to each side of your vocal. So at the moment we've got it set to 4, and it adds a stereo spread to the vocal. Let's turn it off. Bring it back in. Then we can control the amount of the doubling effect we want.
I would use this for my guitars, actually. I would just try to make my guitar big as. Dude, imagine using this with a vocal sample. Of course, it's the first thing we have to do, and we have all these amazing splice samples, but now we have to go for dry vocal samples and splice, and then play with these plugins. Now we can control everything.
Then we can go to the amount of voices, and if we increase this, this will give us an even wider sound. So let's play our vocal.
8 voices, come on, bro. Make it loud.
Then let's bring up our effects. So you can see
so this is like mid and side, probably. So this makes the mid louder. Lead volume is the mid, and doubler must be the stereo stuff. And the spread, stereo spread, cool.
type of effect we can get.
The pitch.
Let's play it with our beat.
Wow, sounds very cool.
So in today's modern R&B, trap, hip-hop vocal sound, there's a lot of retuning type effects being used.
Yeah.
Pitch shifting, radio distortion. So if you go to the Akai tab at the top of the screen, this is where we have created a whole bunch of presets that give you instant vocal effects.
Oh, what? That's what that is. We didn't have that before, guys. Whatever he pressed
A whole bunch
now.
of presets that give you
Now we have presets with 4 effects, like multi effect racks, probably.
instant vocal effects that you're going to be very familiar with. Now, the great thing about this as well is that you can actually create your own custom effects chains as well and
Yes.
save them as presets. So let's load one of these up.
Load it.
Show me if it's real.
Show me if it's real. You drive.
That gets the job done, bro. That gets the job done. I'm gonna record a vocal for you. Yeah, man. Please, let's test it. Let's test it. Record whatever you want. You can even sing to any of those Metallica tracks that we had in mind, and sing along. Don't worry about the pitch. We got it. We got it fixed, bro.
Drive me crazy. You drive me crazy.
It's
Now let's
vocals
try
though.
this very famous effect.
You drive me crazy. You drive me crazy.
Bro, the amount of work that it takes to get to that stage where the dry vocal sounds like that's crazy. They made it. They made it. Look, these presets are starting points. Then you have to, play with them. It's not gonna work with your mix 100%. But having that, I love when they give you this, and the presets are always good.
What's great about creating effects chains is that we're utilizing all of the inserts on the channel, and then you can simply just save these out and again make all your custom presets. Now let's play our track.
Show me if it's real. You drive me crazy.
This vocals,
This
bro.
power in MPC,
Drive me crazy.
this makes our standalone technology the most powerful available for beat makers and producers.
You drive me crazy.
Distortion, delay.
You drive me crazy.
It's a good chain.
Show me if it's real.
But yeah, it's like that's how it works. You have the tuner to fix the tuning, the doubler. And scale. Okay, so you don't need to fix auto-tune at all because it's reading the scale. You set a scale for the song. Usually, like if you set the scale to be E minor or whatever, I think the air vocal tuner and the doubler they already know. So you don't even have to do that.
Don't wait for me. I can't lie nobody.
Vocals, bro.
Nobody else.
Good job, man. Good job.
Can't lie
Good
nobody
fucking job.
else.
It's gonna be fun. Okay, so we still have 3 videos, man. 3 videos, bro. Yeah, now this look, I know you think I'm crazy with my little machine, but I enjoy the creation process with this like 100%. And once I'm happy with what, there are limitations and whatever, but once I create something and send it to Ableton, and then I just worry about the bigger picture, I think I don't think there could be any better workflow for me. Because what I hate is switching between recording with fixing things with mouse and keyboard, and then back to the launch pad or to the pads or to your same keyboard. Like I cannot that switch. I just stop. I'm in the zone and then I stop being there because I need to turn back to work. It's work. The mixing and mastering and all that stuff. It's like a job that I like, but it's not. It interrupts my creative flow. People think I'm saying bullshit, and I got some comments in my previous videos telling me, "Oh, it's the age gap. You need to get used to hard work. This new generation. I'm very old, but whatever. This new generation doesn't understand hard work. Like, man, it's not about that. Like when I'm playing my guitar, I just play the guitar. I'm not tapping with my foot or doing something else. It's like we just do one thing at a time and we do it right. But that of course that's how I think. But I'm sure I'm not the only one. Okay, let's check the Mellotron tape sample thingy. Let's check it out. Mellotron. What's a Mellotron?
Hi there, and welcome to the MPC Academy. Now in this tutorial we're going to take a closer look at the new Mellotron plugin instrument that we've added to MPC 2.10 standalone and desktop. Now the original Mellotron came out in 1963, which was an electromechanical tape-based keyboard which was originally developed in Birmingham, England. This is now a classic part of our music history, used by many famous bands such as the Beatles in '67, Pink Floyd, Genesis, and the late great David Bowie. Now Mellotron really has a distinctive sound like nothing else, which we've recreated from the original tapes. Not only do we have all of the features, but we fuse this with some new features that really brings the sound of the Mellotron into today's productions. So we can start blending these sounds into lo-fi, into different types of genres, creating pads, and a lot of really grungy textures from these tapes. So I'm going to play you a quick performance with some very popular sounds that are inside Mellotron. So without further ado, let's dive in.
Ah, okay, that type of sound. That's cool. Casey, you would like this, bro. It's like an organ. Okay. One more layer. That's cool, that's cool. It sounds so sustained and I wish this wasn't trapped, but well. Haha, Andy Mac. I've seen him do this before in one of those video demos. Good. Where's the bass? Let's go. Andy Mac knows. He's a beat maker. I would probably add a different lead. I mean, a different plugin, but still, like
now
the
to
Mellotron
access
sounds
Mellotron,
cool.
we're going to go to our plugin tab, and here we'll push down on our data well, and you'll see a list of all of the plugins available inside MPC.
There's
So we'll select
more.
Mellotron and we'll go Program Edit, and this brings up the gorgeous UI interface that we've
Good job.
created. Now you can interact with the interface by just touching the screen, or you can use the cue links on the right hand side and jump between the banks. Now on Mellotron, you have the original 6 tapes, which can be easily accessed from the Touch UI. We can simply select the tape model.
Guys, like just a quick note on this, like this is the ultimate experience for plugins, I believe. This is it, like, because you're touching the knobs that are not real. It's a touch screen, but it's there. Like, you get the feel like you're operating some sort of analog machine. I love this. It reminds me of when I started making beats, and my very first step, the very first software I wanted to figure out and understand and use was Reason. And the thing about Reason is just the looks of the racks. And man, if Reason worked with Ableton, if those guys in Air, you know, were in part of the team, imagine the number of plugins we could see. But this is the ultimate experience. It's really enjoyable seeing the knobs and the design of the machine. It gets you in a certain mood. So very cool.
out of the 6 that are available. And we've also modernized these by adding clean versions of the tapes. Now let's have a listen to these. This is the 8-voice choir. This is the boys' choir.
Boys.
Now we'll go to the classic flute.
Yeah, the Beatles. This is gonna be really good.
Then we have violins 1. Violins 2.
With chord.
What I love about these sounds is there's so much nostalgia and age to the samples.
Yeah.
So let's go to the last violin.
Okay. Second violin. They were all good.
So you can really hear these sounds are great for lo-fi textures. Now moving
It's
around
right.
the
Does it
UI,
have reverb
we
or
have our
delay?
velocity amp, and then
Imagine.
we have our vibrato control, and then our vibrato speed. Then on the right-hand side, we have key on and key off. Now, this is really interesting because this creates the original mechanical knock-in of the tapes, so we can actually adjust how much of this sound we want to add. So let's just listen to the knock-in.
What happened?
So now we can just blend this back in with the original signal. Then we have our formant control. Now this is a great feature because it maintains our pitch,
didn't
but
get
we're
that.
moving the tape heads, or technically the frequency, to change the tone of the sound.
Okay. Big chords. This is for big chords. Oh, and I have my Launchpad X here, so I'm ready for those big chords.
Then next to this, we've got an age dial. So this means that we can add nostalgia and age to the tape.
We can add nostalgia. It's a nostalgia knob. That's amazing, man. I've used it several times, different tracks. Arturia has a good Mellotron. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're inspired in Arturia stuff. Bro, that was the nostalgia knob. Mellotron is the Strawberry Fields Forever. Yes, man. He was playing it, you know? He knew. He knew that's
Then
what we
we'll
want
blend
to
this in
hear.
with the formant and cut off, and you get some amazing effects.
Nostalgia knob. Oh. Good with chords. Haha.
Now we've also added a whole bunch of presets for you, which you
Yeah.
can just simply access. And we've also categorized
Many
these
presets.
into the 6 tape models. So again, just go into these and then you can get yourself up and running instantly. Now to modernize Mellotron with our technology,
sounded funny.
we've added a flavor tab. This allows us to add effects such as amp modeling, radio effects, lo-fi distortion, flutter, vinyl noise, so we can instantly shape our sound. Now, because these types of effects are so widely used, we have them built directly onto the interface. So here you have a vinyl, distortion, and noise, and the flutter, along with EQ and compression. And we can turn these effects instantly
Everybody who
on
asks
and
for
off.
lo-fi
Then our last tab is our delay
for
and
this
spring
update.
reverb.
Oof.
So we can add these popular effects directly over our tape sounds.
There's lots of lo-fi.
So as you can
here.
see in here, Mellotron is a very powerful addition to the collection of instruments inside MPC.
Good job, guys. Good job. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is very good. Ha 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 ha. He he. All young. All young nub. Man, the UI is so clean. Yes, it's very nice. Very well made, man. Bro, all young nub. This would be an age, you know, like 10s, 20s, 30s, oh, in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s, 70s, you know? And it's just removing like top end. That would be great. Drip, bro, drip. We love the drip. We love the drip. It's basically a drip knob as well. That would be cool. Okay, so Hype Synthesizer plugin. Hype Synthesizer. I thought we already had that. The name is very...
plug-in instrument.
Oops,
now
oops, oops.
including...
It's going fast. Okay, let's watch from the start.
In this MPC Academy tutorial, we're going to take a closer look at the new Hype plug-in instrument, now included.
Yeah, I saw this before. I don't remember. I think it was a leaked image or something, but I saw this before. This image thingy. This screen.
Inside MPC standalone and MPC desktop software. Now, to instantiate Hype, the first thing we need to do is navigate to our main menu. Then from here, make sure the plugin tab is highlighted. Then we go to plugins and then push your data wheel down. Now you can see a selection of all the instruments available inside MPC. So we're going to select Hype and now press the select button on your screen, which instantiates the plugin. Now to get to the user interface, press Menu, then Program Edit, and now we can see Hype's intuitive interface. Now Hype uses up to 3 synth engines per patch, which can be a combination of wavetable, FM, virtual analog, and multi-sampled instruments, along with a giant preset library with over 1,500 presets to keep you in.
Wait, okay, it's going fast. So up to 3 synth engines each batch. Wavetable FM, virtual analog, sampled instruments. What? What? This is all available? From the get-go? What?
Wavetable, FM, virtual analog, and multi-sampled instruments, along with a giant preset library with over 1,500 presets to keep you inspired. Now, all of the presets are in categories from pads, leads, through to synths and plucks, so you can navigate very quickly. Now, each patch on Hype can be quickly edited by simply using any of the 6 macros or the...
This sounds like bro. The millennial Gen Z nub. Bro, 1,500 presets. That sounds like Diva type of stuff. Like, they put Diva in standalone mode. Damn. Bro, we have to go back to music. Come on. Hazywood Industries. Come on, bro. We have to do this. Okay. Let's keep on watching.
The 8 fast editing controls to shape your sound.
And you know what? There's one thing about Diva, by the way. Diva is like probably my favorite synth. There's so many variations of stuff you can do in there. But one thing I rarely do is messing with the presets. It's not, I wouldn't say good looking, but it's just hard to, and I'm not a sound designer dude, right? So I don't know if you've done it, Hazewood, but messing with Diva's presets and the knobs, and every time I move something, it's like, oh, I'm not sure. Like everything looks about the same, but maybe they fix that because this is very visual and cool. And of course, we touch in stuff, so I don't know. There's something about that.
Now let's take this first macro and mix between 2 oscillators.
That's so cool.
So let's navigate to our first oscillator. I'm going to change the sound type. Let's make it a bit of a darker pad. And again, we can blend between the 2 oscillators. Now let's go to the second oscillator and let's change this as well. Now with these types of controls, it makes it very intuitive and fast to come up with different types of sound.
This is the type of stuff that makes Ableton great, in my opinion. And now Akai is following on that path, and that's the right thing to do. Is like sometimes we don't understand exactly what's happening with sound, like what's the knob trying to achieve. This movement of these graphical references, whatever this is, it's great. Like once you start playing with this and you look at your stuff, you know, the knobs in this case, you learn. It's like perfect for learning what's happening with the synth.
Sound design. Then we have our 8 go-to fast editing controls, giving you access to all of the key parameters that you need. Everything from cutoff, resonance, and key go-to effects. Now let's bring in the pumper, add in a sidechain effect.
Yeah, reverb pumper. Great.
Having these types of controls really makes it creative.
In quarter notes, bro. The best. Like this is essential for making space in the mix. Now, if the synth sounds like it's overtaking the mix and it's just there, and you cannot really hear it, like the pumper.
To shape your sound. Then next to our controls, we have our effects. Now, this gives us 8 effects that we can simply just turn on and off by touching the screen that will influence our sound. Now, all these parameters are also the same parameters that are on our filter page. And
Yeah, this is the one. Bro, Hazelwood, look at this sunset on the ocean. It's like an ocean sunset. I don't know. How do you call this? This is amazing, man. I have dialed in a few solid bass tones, messing with some presence. Yeah, maybe I'm not very good at messing with presets. I feel like I'm destroying them. But you did a good job. The Smile Meditation cover, of course, bro. It's like a sidechain pumper. Yeah, that's right. And check this one, bro. This is so good looking. I wonder what this does. I think low mids, high mids, and highs, bro. This is it. This sunset thingies, whatever they are. This is the tonal balance control, the division of sounds. Like, and this is something I've been reinforcing and talking about, but people think I'm crazy. But this is what you have to worry about when you're mixing these 4 areas. So they got them covered. Basically, if we need the synth to be strong in one of the areas and just not mess with the others, we just play with these sunsets. Very cool.
Effects page. So if we go to filter, here's our actual cutoff that's on our homepage. And it's the same with our effects. So if we want to change our effects, we can then go into the effects tab. So we could change the pumper. The value at the moment is at a quarter note.
The quarter notes, but you can change that, man. Guys, it's like basically the MPC is capable of handling lots of effects. That's for sure. Because this thing has so many things added. There are more than 8 effects in this plugin synth. But for some reason, we just get 4 inserts in the overall, the mixer. So I don't know. The thing has so many expansion possibilities.
And again, if we go back to our controls, we can influence how much of the pumper effect will be played on our preset.
Yeah, that's good.
So now let's look at our next tab. This is our filter and amp tab. And this is where we can shape our filter and our amp envelopes. And we also have cutoff, resonance, spike, and decay on the left side. Now, this cutoff, for example, again, this is the same cutoff that is on our fast editing tools on our main macro page. And then we have our effects parameters again on the right-hand side. And this is great because it means we don't need to jump in and out of menus to influence our sound when we want to apply effects if we're changing our envelopes.
That's right.
In this example, I'm going to be using our filter and amp envelopes to shape our sound. Going to bring our cutoff down and increase our filter envelope, bringing up our sustain. Then we'll go over to the amp and we're going to increase our sustain and release. And then we'll go to our envelope depth and bring this down and our velocity. And now let's bring up our resonance and bring our cutoff right down. Now let's go down to our amp envelope and sharpen our sound up.
I was just thinking maybe for MPCX users this won't be as I wouldn't say enjoyable, but the Q links, I don't have an X, but I think the Q links won't be as intuitive, because these plugins are basically following they don't have a very like set structure, so you have to press the Q-Link button here and just move menus, and you have to constantly look at the screen. You won't know where you're moving to. But yeah, I guess with the MPCX you don't have to look at the screen, but looking at the screen is like part of the fun here, so I don't know about that.
Now let's add some reverb to this. And that's how simple it is to use the envelopes to quickly shape your sound. Now our next tab is our effects one. This is where we can influence our sound with an LFO. All we need to do is increase the depth. We'll put it into tempo sync bar and increase the depth.
Man, who needs samples now with this thing?
And now what we can do is add modulation. So we'll use our mix wet and dry. And now this is adding modulation to our LFO. And we can change our modulation rate.
We have LFO.
Now let's go back to our LFO.
Distortion.
And we're going to change our sync rate and hear how it influences the sound. Increase our depth, bring it back down. And then we have distortion. This allows us to add saturation and drive to our sound. Let's increase our mix wet and dry and increase our drive. Then we have our hype section, which is like a magical exciter that adds really smooth frequencies directly to your sound to bring out the fundamentals. As an example, let's use this bass and then simply use the touch interface and bring out the frequencies.
Really cool, really cool. Great.
Then on Effects tab 2, this is where we can set up our delay, reverb, compressor, and pumper effects, which correspond to our effects on the right. Then our last page is Setup. Here we can set our master transpose, portamento glide times, poly mono modes, MIDI control, and overall tuning. So let's end the video having a listen to some of the amazing patches that Hype offers.
And for
MPC
an Andy Mac
2.10.
beat, let's go. Is he playing chords? Yeah, I guess those are chords. He's in chord mode. Yeah, let's go. And he's a good keyboard player, I can see. He knows. He knows. It's like you, Hazelwood. He knows his chords. Andy, come on, bro. Yes. Knows. Nice. Oh, dance. This is very disclosure, like plucked. Ah, yes. Oh, I like this song. Leads. Star Wars type of leads. Very cool, very cool. Good job, guys. Good job. 1500 presets, apparently. Like, I really have to see. Oh, there's a 20-minute video next. Whoa. Damn. Crazy, crazy. I'm very happy to see this here. One of the things that put me off, they actually solved one of my bigger problems, which was that I felt like I had to go to controller mode and use my synths in there just to get a bigger sound. It's electric and tube synth. Tube synth. I couldn't really find good sounds with tube synth. Maybe that was my my laziness or whatever. But couldn't find the sounds I wanted. But with this hype synthesizer, I think there are many good sounds I can use, and still, you can use them as a reference and then go controller mode with a clearer idea or vision of what you want to do there. 1500 presets, like, damn, man, that's good. Okay, so the last video is 20 minutes, and I think there's gonna be lots of little details here and there. I don't know. Hopefully I find what I wanted to find, or what I wanted to get 2 days ago. But still, I'm already happy just to see all these plugins. This is great. This 1 out of my 5 requests, in my mind, that was enough, and it is. And they're actually bringing up new stuff like those effect racked. How they call them? Yeah, like effect racks or whatever. Now we can save 4 effects as an individual effect rack or whatever, and then open that setup. For me, it's great for my guitars, and when you're sampling, like, this is just good stuff. So let's go. Overview.
In our latest update for MPC 2.10, we've added our most powerful features to date, pushing the boundaries.
Oh, there's one more plugin there that they haven't really showed us. I mean, not yet. There are two more plugins, but we saw the Mellotron and what else? Mellotron, the hype synth. I'm not really happy with that, but let's go.
Music production. We've added 4 new plugin instruments to your MPC for the ultimate sound. You can now plug classic client audio interfaces into your MPC.
I have to test it. I hope it works. I don't know what interface you have, but I have the Scarlett 4i4 Focusrite. It's not like I was recording a lot. When working on MPC, I just like being there in the stick to the box, mashing the pads. I think that's for me the experience, and guitar, which is not a problem because I can just plug my guitar. Sometimes I like sampling from my phone, but now this is changing the game. It's making me feel like, oh, what do I need the PC for?
PC, expanding your I/O up to 32 inputs and outputs for the ultimate I/O control.
It's great.
We've also enhanced the drum and key group engines, adding pitch envelopes.
What? Enhance what? Wait, oops.
Pitch envelopes.
Yeah, they changed the program edit window like big time. And this is one of the things I use a lot. Is this a good thing? I think it is. I mean, they changed where everything is, so I'll have to relearn that. But this is very nice, and I wanted to show you guys this stuff. The amp envelope is like one of the things I always do to my pads to generate space, get rid of artifacts, and this is good. This is good.
Key group engines, adding pitch envelopes, 8 drum effect slots, randomization on your beats, portamento glides, key detection, and enhancements to MIDI and CV programs.
What?
Create custom rack effects and enhancements on desktop. We've also added a powerful vocal tuning suite, giving you access to retuning, vocal harmonies, and doubling. We've also added 7 brand new plugin effects for today's sound. Half speed your beats and melodics, add lo-fi noise and distortion, use the granulator, adding lo-fi textures. So let's take a deeper dive and discover the powerful features inside 2.10.
Okay.
Hi there, Sandy Mac from Akai Pro, and
this
today
guy.
I'm
Always
pleased to
good news.
announce our most powerful update for our MPC, standalone and desktop platforms. This is version 2.10. Now 2.10 is ram-packed with so many incredible features. We've added 4 brand new plugin instruments to the platform, a full vocal suite so you can now retune.
He must be happy. I'm sure this guy on the Mac, he's happy and he's proud, and it's like it's easy to work for a company like this when you have stuff to show off, you know. Being a salesman before, and it doesn't feel right, you know, when you feel like you're cutting corners and shit. But this guy's not doing it. This is hard work and smart. What I've seen so far, it's great. It's massive. It sells the machine. Easy.
And add harmonies to your audio tracks and samples, I/O interface support, turning your MPC into 32 inputs and
Look at Envy. He's like, yeah, take this shit, you know.
outputs, and a whole range of brand new plugin effects such as half speed, soft clipping, hard clipping, taking your beat productions to the next level. So why don't you join me and watch this overview and learn everything about MPC 2.10.
We've added 4 new powerful plugin instruments to MPC for standalone and desktop, adding a whole new arsenal
This one,
of sounds to your music productions.
Mellotron,
The
we've seen it.
first plugin instrument is our
Solana. That's a cool name. Flavor. There's a flavor in the section. I like that. Ensemble. Man, this is good.
flagship synthesizer from Force, Hype. Hype is a powerful super oscillator instrument with 4 synth engines, including a wavetable, FM, virtual analog, and multi-sampled instruments. This delivers everything from hard-hitting plucks, melodic leads, ambient synth textures, lo-fi dark pads, adding a richness to your music. Using up to 3 synth engines per patch, these can be edited quickly and dynamically by simply changing any of the 6 macros or the fast editing controls to shape your sound. With its elegant touch interface, 7 built-in air effects, and over 1,500 presets, Hype will give you the sounds that you need. The next is Odyssey, a faithful reproduction of this analog classic.
That's right.
The Odyssey captures the characters and nuance of the original hardware using groundbreaking circuitry and modeling and signal processing. Odyssey features circuit modeled oscillators and filters, and you can play Odyssey in mono, dual phonic, or as a polyphonic synth. We've even recreated the classic 1970s tape delay. With its intuitive touch UI and over 200 presets, Odyssey will add that classic soul and funk to your sound.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Then we have the iconic Mellotron, a software recreation of the classic tape keyboard
Odyssey sounds
featuring
cool.
the 6 tape sets of the original choir, flute, and string tape
It
samples
sounded very
enhanced
analog.
for today's sound. With its elegant UI, you can edit everything from the formant, the age, sample start, to blend in new integrated flavor effects, which adds amp simulation, vinyl noise and flutter, turning your patches into today's lo-fi textures. Then we have Selena, a software recreation of this classic string machine, featuring balanced sampled versions of all the original string layers with more flexibility than the original classic instrument. You can blend, edit the sound using the touch UI. You can add vibrato, formant, filter and age parameters to further shape your sound. We've also added air flavor effects, giving you that lo-fi treatment to your productions.
Lo-fi.
Add radio, phone simulations, distortion to noise flutter. Selena also has spring reverb, chorus, delay, and 75 presets to get you up and running. In 2.10, you can now connect any compatible class-compliant audio interface or mixer, expanding the I/O capabilities of your MPC,
Yeah, we've seen this. We've
giving
seen
you up
this.
to 32 inputs and outputs, which is perfect for either summing up your beats to an external outboard mixer, routing individual outputs directly to your DAW, connecting microphones for vocals or drums, to controlling your entire keyboard collection using an external USB I/O mixer.
Like, this makes me want to buy a mixer.
So in this setup, I'm using MPC-1, which has a left and right input and output, but when
I think we've
connected
seen
via
this already.
USB to the Model 12, this has now expanded my MPC-1's
We've seen this already. I don't think we
to
need
10
to watch
inputs and
this again.
outputs, giving me full control over my beat. As you can see, I'm now
We've seen this. We've
controlling
seen
my
this. We don't have to watch this again. But this is massive. I wonder how it works. I think we have to read about it. I hope there are not any exceptions. Like, oh, only, you know. We've seen this. We've seen this. Then we have these plugins for vocals.
vocal harmonies, repitching, and vocal doubling
We've
effects
seen this. This was great.
to your track. Now, the last plugin in the suite, adding modern
Nice, nice.
half-speed effect to any
Half
of
speed
your
effect,
songs
very cool.
in new and creative ways, which can be looped, pitched,
Oh wait, we haven't seen this. This is a good granulator. I want to explore that. Stutter. Okay, let's see how a stutter works.
on your mix through to instruments, plugins, and samples. Then we have Diode Clipper. This adds a subtle distortion, perfect for adding flavor and grit to your beats.
We had something like this before.
Then we have Stutter.
Decimer or whatever, but
Create mind-blowing glitch effects, capable of a wide range of volume, panning, and pitch stutters that you can freeze
okay.
to mangle your beats.
So we can
Now
automate.
let's blend this in with some spring reverb and add our next effect, the granulator. This allows you to process your audio in new and creative ways, which can be looped, pitch shifted, and manipulated. Now let's blend in our diffuser delay, adding a whole new dimension of depth to our effects.
Very spacey, right?
Then we have sample delay. This is a great plugin for adding stereo width to any instrument, sample, or melodic. We've also added the air limiter so you can push the levels of your beats.
Okay.
In 2.10, you can now quickly mangle and process your samples with a range of quick access drum pad effects. Use any of the 8 slots per pad and add effects such as ring mod, bit crush, decimator, tube drive, and we've also added soft and hard clipping for today's standard to process your
We
drums.
had a bit of this before, but now it's more it's targeting specific frequencies. And yeah, it's like sometimes you don't know exactly what you're gonna expect, you know, when you do the decimator or airs lo-fi. But now low pass, okay, intentionally, you can intentionally target the band or sound in spectrum and crush it. So this is great.
Per pad and add effects such as ring mod, bit crush, decimator, tube drive, and we've also added soft and hard clipping for today's standard to process your drums. You can now take your beats from this sound directly to this, just by applying drum pad effects.
Yeah, definitely lots of fun to have.
Drum and key group programs now have a new randomization section. This adds a subtle variation to your drum samples or key group programs by randomizing the volume, the pan, pitch, filter.
They got this from Ableton 11, I guess, because Ableton did this, and I'm not a big fan. Like most of the things I do are intentional. But for example, hats. This could be cool for hats, or sounds that don't need much consistency.
Or sample offset and envelope parameters. Let's take this beat and variate the sound. We'll select our hi-hat,
Yes,
add
obviously.
volume variation, pan, and pitch.
Oh, come on. It did. That's good because, like, I spent so much time creating separate sequences for my hats so I can have variations, and now the thing's doing it by itself. Where did they move the filter window? The filter window, do you mean the envelope window where you have like the filters and the amp envelope and all that stuff? I think they moved it to envelopes. Let me show you. I think it's this one in the middle, next to samples to the right. Envelopes now, I think that contains the filters and the amp envelope and the CV and all that stuff. That's here. I was also afraid, man. I was like, whoa, what happened? It's like one of the first steps when I'm having samples. I go there, filter what I want, and then get rid of what I don't need and stuff. I hope they're gonna show it now.
Now let's do the same with our kick and snare.
I wanna check that out. But this is
Now you
great.
can hear the beat has become more dynamic instantly.
Yes,
by using
dynamics,
these
bro.
new
We need
enhanced
dynamics.
controls.
Ah. Good job. This is good. It's one
Drum
knob.
and key group programs. have
Okay,
been
this is what you wanted to see, bro.
significantly enhanced, adding more workflow features and improving visual displays, helping you push your productions. Each envelope page has its parameters clearly laid out, so you can simply touch the UI.
Okay, let's look at it just before Andy starts showing stuff. So amp is here. Modulation. Okay. Oh, okay. So it feels like the filters, the filter envelopes are kind of joined now, like in one same section. So you have the modulation and the envelope for filters, for amplitude, and the other section for CV and velocity and all sensitivity and all that stuff. I don't know. I think it's a smart move, but yeah, maybe I'm gonna be annoyed in the beginning. So I was already used to the previous view.
And edit your envelopes.
This is cool because you never really use this. Like I think you could double click on it and you could have like the bigger view, but I didn't have time to double click. I was just so now it's a bigger view. It's cool. It's smart.
We've also added a curve feature to the envelope.
Yeah, I would actually like this. I was doing everything with my knobs and constantly switching with the Q link. Probably you did the same way. Maybe now we'll have to use the touchscreen a bit more. Not sure if it's a good thing. I guess it is. And this is new actually, bro. This red it just helps us like reshape the curve of this thing, like in LFO too. So that's good. That's actually good. Smart.
Simply touch the screen to shape your sound.
And you have a little
We've also
shader
added a
to
pitch
see.
envelope to MPC. This
This
adds
is
a
it.
whole new level of punch, affecting the pitch of your samples by using the ADSR. We can affect the depth of our pitch and also how much of the pitch will be affected via velocity. Now in this example, my kick and 808 are being affected by the pitch envelope, and listen to the punch. Now if we select our hi-hat, I'm affecting my hi-hat in real time with the pitch envelope. I've increased my depth and pitch, and as the hi-hat velocity is triggered, it's affecting the pitch in real time, creating the modern hi-hat sound without having to retune all of your notes.
Yes, because well, I was playing that with 16 level. Like if I wanted to achieve something like that, I would go 16 level, and it's enjoyable. But if you want to hear like something a bit more dramatic and get the result faster, this does the job.
Using the pitch envelope allows you to be really creative with sound design, beat making, and productions. Let's bring in our vocals.
I'm pretty sure they didn't remove anything. Like I think that they want us to use this a bit more. You know, it's like people are not using it enough because it's hard to read and understand. Like, so now they group the things like amplitude, filters, and pitch. Basically, those are the three divisions. Smart.
In 2.10, we've added portamento to the key group engine, so you can now create 808 glides for trap, hip hop, and drill beats. You'll now see a portamento tab where you can
Wait, what I didn't see, I'm just freaking out, but oh yeah, the LFOs are there. LFOs, I use them a lot for every pad.
Using the pitch envelope allows you to be really creative with portamento to the key group engine, so you can now create 808 glides for trap, hip hop, and drill beats. You'll now see a portamento tab where you can dial in how much of the glide
so this is for
you want on
key
your
groups,
track.
right?
You can add legato and quantize.
I didn't really mess with key groups, to be honest. I don't really like loading so many samples on the MPC. I feel like I'm wasting memory if I load that many samples. But I don't know, maybe I get into it.
When chopping breaks, you can now add a sample tail to your chops, making your beats sound more natural for your productions.
What? Okay, this is cool.
When chopping loops and breaks, sample chops can have abrupt endings.
Yeah, I fixed this with the decay. Like I actually play with the decay and change the shape of the amp envelope. But sometimes you lose punch, you lose sound.
In 2.10, we've now added a tail length and start, which enables you to smooth out and add decay to the end of your chops. As an example, listen to this loop without any tail length added.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a chop. So you have to cut with the decay with the amp envelope. I guess this is gonna do the same.
Now let's take the same loop and add a tail length to each part of the break. Once you've added the tail length, let's play back.
The only problem I had is that the decay of the amp envelope, the shape of it was a bit super steep. It's like, so it cuts things like very abruptly. Maybe this tail has a different wave shape that's more suitable for chops and drum sounds. So we have to test it with everything, but this is smart, and we can apply this tail to all the pads at the same time while just selecting all the pads here on the top. So this is good. I want to test it.
You can hear the improvement that a sample tail makes to your breaks.
It needs more work, but it's good. Yeah, I can feel the choppiness, but it's still good.
When loading new audio files, MPC now detects the key information of samples, which is displayed on the screen. If you also navigate to the sample edit page and scroll to the right, and here you can also detect the key information.
It's massive. Can it be done with yeah, anything that's loaded, like any audio
of your sample?
What window is this? Sorry, don't move, Andy. Let me check what's going on. Okay, this is the sample edit. So from sample edit, you can just read your keys. Yeah, I wonder how effective this is. I'll have to test it.
Here, you can also detect the key information of your sample. MPC desktop software has also received all of the same features and enhancements inside 2.10. This includes all 4 synth engines, Hype, Odyssey, Mellotron, and Selena, featuring all of the same elegant interfaces as standalone. We've also added elegant interfaces to all of the plugin effects inside MPC Desktop. MPC Beats has also had an enhancement with the key group and drum engine.
Wait, what was this? I was distracted dreaming with what I'm gonna do next.
Also added elegant interfaces to all of the...
I wanted this, and many people wanted this. They wanted to see, they wanted these views for the desktop, software version. So this is great because when I was streaming for my streams, like it's a terrible view,
The plugin effects inside MPC Desktop.
Great.
MPC Beats has also had an enhancement with the key group and drum engine, and also plugin interfaces. And if that wasn't enough, we also threw in half speed.
MPC Beats, which is free, so basically everybody gets this. Like anyone can play with this.
MPC Beats is completely free for all beat makers and producers.
So anyone can play with this right now. Like,
thanks for watching this overview of our brand new 2.10 update for MPC standalone and desktop. Now, to get a list of all of the incredible features inside 2.10, head over to the Akai Pro website, and you can also enjoy a whole collection of MPC Academy tutorials to get you started. See you next time.
They didn't talk about the effect racks thingy. And I wanted to see that just in action, but like way more examples. But I guess we'll just have to test it. Are there any new videos, or that's all? That's all for now. But it is big enough. Like, this is great. Did a great job. Everybody should be happy. I think this is it. So the only thing next is checking what to do, how to get the update. But yeah, guys, this is exciting. This is cool. I can see they've been working hard. For example, many of the things are requested, like X-Fade. In my video, I was talking about, I want X-Fade. But if we have this number of plugins that produce, so many sounds, stains, fade, sustain, reaching sound, like, I don't think I'll need that. I don't think I'll be too worried about that. So obviously they got us more plugins, which is the main thing I wanted. So that's cool. They got us what else? Well, the effects track, that was unexpected, but that's welcome. Like, I really wanted it. I don't remember what else I requested. What else I requested? Go to my page, boys. What were my requests? That's me. Oh, you're moving the insert effects. Yeah, I think that's something I really like. I mean, I really like them to address. Like, sometimes you just regret having the insert effect there, especially compressors. But it hasn't been a problem so far. Like, I'm starting to just learn how to add my effects in order. I'm always starting with this channel strip or compressors, and then I finish with something like a limiter or whatever. So not a big issue. The compressors with meters, well, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't worry too much about that. But I like their compressors, the ones that came in the the very first version from Akai, and I just like to have like that view, at least a meter, even if it looks bad, but just a meter, so I know how much it's being compressed, like in and out. Freezing tracks, we don't need that because we have all these plugins. Plugins are very great, and X-Fade the same. So probably my very two first requests. I think that's still something I'd like to say. Moving the insert effects from insert 1 to insert 2 or 4 or whatever. Have that freedom to change the order of the effects once they're inserted. And yeah, the compressors, just because I want to try them. I feel like they put so much work on them, and I haven't been using. I don't use them because I don't see them either, and I don't trust my ears. Use your ears. I know, but I want to see how much how much goes in, how much goes out. For those Akai compressors that came in the very first version of MPC 2.0 or whatever. So guys, I think I'm gonna take a break, and I'm gonna figure out how to get this as soon as possible. I don't know what's the release date. Did they say when is it supposed to be released or not yet? They talk about it. Oh, when is this available? Andy?
MPC desktop.
Andy?
Beats is completely free.
MPC standalone and desktop. Now, to get a list of all of the incredible features inside 2.10, head over to the Akai Pro website. You can also enjoy a whole collection of MPC Academy tutorials to get you started. See you next time.
So now? Can we get it now or not? Anyways, I'll find out now. But guys, I'm gonna take a break and make some music, and I'll probably come up with beats and videos. I'm just excited. I've been getting more and more into the MPC, especially in the last year since the pandemic started, and I just every day, playing with it and learning its features. This is great. This is great. So that's all for now. I'll be back later. Take care. If you have an MPC, this is the time to download and explore the features, and probably send feedback in case there's something wrong, there's something glitchy or whatever. Let's work on it now. I wish you a good day. Make lots of music. Eat vegetables, drink water, stay safe. And see you in the next one. Take care. Tu amigo Jorge. Let's go. Cheers.